Hi, and welcome to Soaring Eagle Productions. My name's Don, and I'm going to show you how we use our camera system from PTZ Optics and the protocol called NDI to do our own live streaming at different events. To start, what I use is a camera such as this one. It is a PTZ Optics NDI, and it is a 30x camera. We actually have two of them. See, as you can see, I can use pan, zoom, tilt. That's the pan. There's the tilt. And to show you the zoom, let's move over to here. Now, I'm only about 2 feet away, and you can have autofocus and everything like that. This is the other camera that we use. It's a gray one. So we have color coordinated. No, not really. But it allows us to be able to tell you my operators which colors are available for the people in churches as I'm demoing these cameras, that you can get them in 2 different colors, but neither here nor there. Show you a little bit of the zoom. This sign is roughly, I'd say, about 20-30 feet from me, behind me, just guessing roughly. And as you can see, as we zoom in and zoom out, it definitely is quick. I can adjust that speed, but the really cool part is as I make the adjustments, you can see it stays in focus pretty good. So it's kind of a neat feature. So again, that's the autofocus. But how I control these cameras is I control it all with my laptop using a software called vMix. I think you guys are familiar with that. If not, let me know, and we can definitely get you some more information on that. There's several softwares out there, but vMix seems to work good for us. But I will program the computer, and through the computer, I can then also assign IP addresses, and let me show you how I do that right now. So let me just minimize this. And what I do is I come down here to my internet connections, and you want to work on the internet, the plugged in Ethernet cable. And we run that through a switch, which I'll show you. But let me just show you how I get to the internet to make my changes. So, oops, yeah, I know how to do this. It's okay. We all make crazy mistakes. But so what I want to do is go down here, change the adapter options, go to the Ethernet here, and you want to do a right click, go down to properties, highlighting the properties, and then you brings up this Ethernet properties. The one that you want to change is this Ethernet protocol version 4. So just highlight that, go to properties, and then it will normally be clicked on this IP, automatically IP, and it'll look like this. However, you want it to look like this, and you want to make sure you have all your settings. In this case, I want 192.168.1, and I'm going to make the computer .2. Oops. If I type 2 in there, we'll be happier. 192.168.1.1. Okay, and then once you click OK, everything will be great. I'm going to not hit OK. I'm going to hit cancel. Otherwise, I'll lose connection for a second with all my cameras. So with that being said, that enables me then to be able to communicate on the same network, intranet, not internet, but intranet, as the rest of the cameras. And how that works, because we're working on that intranet, is it then comes down, travels out of my computer to this switch. Let me come down just a hair. So my computer line is this line coming in, and this is a PoE switch. It's actually a 5-port switch. 4 of them are actually offers power over Ethernet, which is what PoE stands for. That feeds power to my switch, my video switcher, and also feeds power to both cameras. I have a black cord which goes to the white one, which is you, and I have a white cord, as you follow, goes to the bundle, out to my camera right here. And it powers this particular gray one as well. So with that being said, it allows me then to control everything. But how I really like to control the cameras in a live situation is using the PTZ optics super controller. It allows me to control up to 6 cameras all through PoE, zoom, pan, or pan, zoom, tilt, all the features. The other nice thing is, note, I do not have it plugged in for power because it gets its power off of one source. Therefore, I only need 2 outlets, one for the computer and one for the switch, and I'm done. So in about 5 minutes, I can pretty much have everything set up. So with that being said, how we do this is by having everything talk to each other. It allows us then to quickly control everything. Let me show you what that IP address network kind of looks like. As I zoom in here on the controller, trying to do this backwards and upside down, I guess, because I wouldn't normally set it this way. Whoops. So just bear with me. Going to give me, hopefully, the IP address. Zoom out just a second. There it is. That's of this camera. Okay. The one that you are actually on. And you know that because as I move the joystick, it controls it. But if I slide over here and I pick camera 1, in that case, it changes it to 88. And that is now the gray camera, which is over here. And as you can see, I can now control the gray camera, which is kind of a neat feature. So with that being said, it allows me to control. Let's switch back to this camera and zoom out. It allows me the access and the ability to control those 2 cameras. And by only having to set up one cable to my cameras, which controls my power, controls my video, and controls all the communication and control, I can be set up pretty fast. So set the tripod, pull the camera out, put it on top of the mount, put it on top of the tripod, run my cable, tape my cables down. I can be set up in about 15 minutes max. All because it's all right here. When I go to do an event like this, I will always prep my computer ahead of time, test it before I get there so that we don't have any issues. Then if I do want to do any live streaming, I can still do that out of the Wi-Fi connection, and it will communicate via the Wi-Fi to whatever hotspot I need to use, which is usually my phone. So, all right, if you have questions, feel free to give us a call here at Soaring Eagle Productions. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you found this useful.